Yo, welcome back to the Nerds with Glasses podcast, the #1 gaming podcast on YouTube. My name is Knowledge, and I'm joined here today.
Javi, what's up, guys?
Nice and rainy day here in SoCal.
Really nice. Rainy days are the best.
They are, especially if you're a gamer. Now you have an excuse not to go outside.
I have to go outside. I have to stay inside and play video games. You play video games for 3 weeks. It's not raining though.
It's
the one day I wanted to go out.
So,
no.
Yeah. Oh God, I have to game now. You know what you're gonna play first? The Order.
The Order.
Why? Because it just came out.
It just came out. Luckily, I didn't do it.
Yeah, you didn't play.
Luckily, I didn't have to play that. I mean, I'm sure it was a good game. I don't know. You saw it being played. How was it?
Okay, so before let's get to the controversy. That's
you want to talk? Okay,
let's just go fuck the game. We'll go. we'll talk about it with that. So
because if you did play, you probably. If you were planning to play the weekend, you did it on the first 2 hours.
Yeah, you finished it on Friday.
You bought it, finished it, and took it back to the store.
Yeah. So there was a controversy last week. Of course, these controversies happen after we do our podcast, and then it's like, oh man, we missed it. But we still want to talk about it because it's a big deal, I think. Especially like the way gaming is going. It's one of those kind of overall questions about whether... how long does a game have to be in order to have value? So on Sunday, I'm gonna say either Saturday or Sunday last weekend, before the Order came out, a channel called Play Me Through, I believe, they leaked the whole game, the whole
5-hour game.
Yeah. They did an entire walkthrough
with complete playthrough, right?
Yeah,
it wasn't like one of our videos.
It wasn't like it wasn't edited or cut out.
That was the full game.
Yeah, he didn't cut out his deaths or anything like that.
He didn't die.
Yeah, like
who dies during a quick time event?
Yeah, dude, they're actually kind of hard.
Yeah, no, everyone dies during a quick time event.
Yes, but anyway, so he leaked this whole walkthrough of the game, and of course, people weren't angry that he got the game early. People weren't angry that he leaked the entire game early. What they were angry about was that the game only took him 5.5 hours to beat, which for a AAA game that you're paying $60 for, people were just...
And it's not just that. I mean, that's 100% part of it, but also the fact that like this is a story game that we were told it was a story game.
Yeah. And
it's one of those things you kind of expect them to be kind of like
longer
10-hour game.
What's the word again? Longer.
Like I don't know. That's what you expect nowadays from games, especially that are only story. I don't know. Is it only story?
It is only story.
Okay, right. I have no idea.
There's no multiplayer. There's no co-op. There's no plus hard mode. Nothing. It's like you beat the campaign and you're done. You can collect stuff in the game. Like you can.
So there's no like new game plus.
No. I mean, it's just like whatever difficulty is on there, it's on there. So it's pretty bare bones. Now, all bullshit aside, all kidding aside. I'm one of those people who think like I don't care that it's 5 hours as long as it's a good 5 hours. Mm-hmm. Like I rather play 5 amazing hours of campaign instead of playing 20 boring hours of campaign. I think anybody would be that way. But
so you'd rather play like a game like like if Halo was campaign only.
Yeah.
Like if it was just the campaign or something like, for example, I'm trying to think of a long game that we didn't like. I guess the closest one is Lightning Returns.
Yeah,
kind of just boring to play overall. The story,
grind fest.
Yeah, and it's not even. I mean, I don't mind the grinding, but just the story overall was a lot. I mean, there was interesting, but a lot of it was just, especially the Lightning's character was just so boring.
Yeah, it wasn't well done. There was a lot of tell, don't show.
Yeah,
instead of show, don't tell.
Yeah.
Because there was a lot of her like telling you the story.
Yeah, and I guess you have to play the other games too.
Yeah, you do, but I mean it was boring. Yeah. They're just talking.
Yeah, I'm playing Kingdom Hearts right now, and I'm already 18 hours in.
Yeah.
And the game is so much fun. Like it's not as much. It is a grind fest because you have like, especially right now, I'm near the end of it already, so I have to make sure my stats are good and all that. I have to grind out a little bit. But even I mean, I'm speeding through it and it's still taking me 18 hours. You know.
Yeah, I mean,
but it's fun.
It's enjoyable.
Yeah.
It depends too, because I know you've been, at least this time that you've been playing Kingdom Hearts, you've been taking your time, like doing 2 hours at a time or whatever. So, but if you try to play it all the way through, which a lot of people do now, because it's just, that's the culture, is just kind of like a binge culture.
Yeah.
You fucking Netflix 10 shows in a row, watch the whole season at once, you know, like. So, but still, I mean, yes, Kingdom Hearts is a great campaign. It's fun, even if you played it all the way through, it'd be fun.
Especially if you like, I mean, because I know a lot of people don't like that kind of game, but overall, I think it's a well-made story game.
I don't know, a lot of people love that.
Yeah, a lot of people, but some people just don't like the whole happy-go-lucky all the time kind of thing, which is what Sora is throughout the game. But I prefer that than to Lightning, you know, being just completely dull.
Oh, I know, dude. We had a friend who was telling us like, oh, I didn't play Kingdom Hearts as a kid because all this stupid Disney characters. Like, what? Like, are you kidding me? That's why I played it. Like,
but the order, of course, it was better than that, right? Like I said, I haven't seen it yet, but it was better than that, right?
Right. So here's what it comes down to. It's like, you can make a game 5 hours, 5.5 hours, and if it's fucking fun and intuitive and fucking enjoyable, then yes, it's worth $60. But the problem with the order, and what most people were angry about but just didn't express, was the fact that half the game is cutscenes. Like, let's say 2.5 hours of actual cutscenes. Like two.
Wow. Okay. That's
like at least 2 hours.
Proportional. That's pretty good amount of cutscenes.
Like, that's a lot. That's like fucking 30% of the game cutscenes, and then probably another 45 minutes to an hour of like cute, like quick time event gameplay.
That long? Okay.
Like, there's a lot of quick time event stuff. I mean, I don't know. I guess I might be exaggerating.
Yeah, but it's even one of those things you might not be. It's just in our head when we play it doesn't seem that long.
That's what.
But you actually spent 5 minutes pressing these buttons and you didn't realize it. You know?
Yeah.
It happens to me a lot.
It was boring. Like, as a game, it was boring. The story was actually good.
Because from what I saw, it reminded me a lot of like Metro.
Yeah,
like somewhat kind of like, except maybe not so rebellion, kind of like, you know, underground, more prominent, but like the atmosphere felt like something like that.
Yeah, I mean, it was very I don't know the word. It's atmospheric, yes. Like, the setting is beautiful. It's like a separate timeline, Victorian era, with futuristic guns, and it has historical characters too, like Tesla and like Jack the Ripper. Nice. So like there's a lot of potential in the story, and the story is actually good. And I understand what they were doing. Like, they wanted to make it the most cinematic game of all time, and I would bet money that it is. I can't think of any other game that's more cinematic. Like, the cutscenes literally look exactly how the gameplay.
So something like BioShock, but like better graphics.
Yeah, even
like
better.
BioShock Infinite you're playing, it doesn't change at all.
Yeah, but the thing about BioShock is that it still kind of felt like RPG-ish. Like, the cutscenes were never like amazing cutscenes where it's like action-packed or like different camera angle. Like, BioShock always kind of felt like you're in the first person talking to somebody, and you're getting the story that way and feeling it and experiencing it. And this game, it's like, for example, you're going up to a ladder, you're walking, and then you press the button to start climbing, and just the next cut, it's a cutscene of him climbing down. And it's those tiny little touches that other games do. There's like, I can't tell you how many games, like, let's say for example, you're running to the next area, and then boom, it cuts to black, and it goes to the next cutscene.
It's in third person, right?
Yeah.
Okay, just
it goes to the next cutscene, and then it's like the person walking, and you were just running. Whereas in this game, you're forced to kind of do it the way the cutscene is gonna be. So like, if you can only walk, you'll walk. You know, if you should run, then in the cutscene you'll be running.
Nice.
So like, it is super cinematic. There are times where you're like, wait a minute, oh shit, I have to be moving.
So similar to that, what was it? Final Fantasy 15. Remember? I mean, it's just a trailer, so we don't know what it actually looks like. Yeah. It was that first trailer we got was gameplay trailer. And it's like, wait, where's the cutscene?
Yeah. No,
like, where's the gameplay and where's the cutscene?
Yeah, no, that's a cutscene, bro. Like, no, it's gameplay. No. That's a good example. That's exactly like that, especially with the order they took off the HUD for almost everything. There's little tips that pop
like
up.
Your bullets and everything, you don't see that?
Like, no, like when you pick up a gun, maybe you'll see it.
Okay, yeah.
Like that, but like while you're walking, shooting, you don't really see that stuff.
Okay,
like,
that kind of reminds me of Metro 2, because I think your HUD is gone. Like, I remember playing, I was like, oh shit, where are my bullets?
Yeah, where am I going? What is this? Yeah, no, it's cinematic, dude. It really is. But at the end of the day, I think people are right. Like, the game is not worth $60. Like, if there was a multiplayer, you know, and like we talked about this last week, which is funny. I wish we would have had this story last week, because we talked about how I was saying how Halo and Call of Duty ruined.
Yeah, we were talking about Evolve.
Yeah, we're talking about Evolve, the same thing, that it's not a complete package. This is not a complete package. Like, if this game were $20,
yeah, but you're right. It's only not a complete package because nowadays. But like, I'm sure there's gonna be DLC.
Oh yeah, of course.
They have to make every game has
$15 a pop.
Probably more, $20. Yeah. I mean, I'm thinking this is gonna go the Destiny route and give you like, you know, a lot of, because shorter games always have more expensive DLC. It seems.
Does it?
Yeah.
I haven't noticed that.
I don't know. It just seems like that. But I'm just looking at the box. I really like that cover.
It's nice, dude. The presentation is good. All their presentation is amazing, and here's another example of how it's kind of they cut corners. Whereas you have a boss battle in Chapter 4. Spoilers.
Oh no.
Full spoilers. Not really. I mean,
just talk about the boss battle.
Yeah, the whole point is there's a boss battle, and then the last boss battle is the same thing, just in a different setting. Like, you literally had to do kind of the same quick time event. Button combinations and everything. Like, it's the same boss battle.
Okay.
So it's kind of like, what? You know what I mean? And they don't take full advantage of the setting. There should have been more of like the werewolves and the vampires and all, which you guys know about. There's no secret. It's all in the commercials. Not spoiling anything.
I didn't know, Mike. I didn't know.
You know, but the other part of it that I wanted to talk about, aside from that, is how this one person whose channel no longer exists. Yeah, obviously
Ready at Dawn just destroyed. That's the developer?
Ready
right?
at Dawn, yeah.
Okay, I wasn't sure if that was like the tagline. They just went in and completely demolished that channel.
So Sony completely fucking destroyed that channel, which, with good reason. I mean, you leak a game a fucking week ahead of time. It's crazy.
Wait the day before, damn, like everyone else.
At least have the fucking courtesy to... You know, he must have been pumped up because he was probably getting subscribers and views and shit. And it's just like, get the fuck out of here. Like, you're done. But just the power of one person fucking changing the whole narrative of the game. Like, before, there was kind of a lot of anticipation. I mean, there have been rumors that it's kind of a short game, or that it's just kind of like a corridor cover shooter or whatever. But for the most part, people were pumped up to play it.
Honestly, yeah. I mean, that's also at fault because there hasn't been very many games. You know, and so far all the games that have come out have been like somewhat of a disappointment.
You mean exclusives?
Yeah, exclusives, exactly. Yeah, I'm sorry. Yeah, I should have. Exclusives have been very disappointing.
Yeah.
For the most part, it's just none of them feel like that complete package for a AAA game.
Yeah.
You know.
And so people are really thirsty, fucking starving for a good, but still, it's just like I'm saying, like the crazy thing is that this one person did this, and it kind of, I don't know if it affected sales yet because the numbers aren't out, and I guess you can't really tell because you'll never know how much they would have sold if he didn't release it. But I'm sure there's somewhere that had estimates of how much the game was going to sell. That. Yeah, I mean, but it seems to me like a lot of Sony fans are really defensive of the game anyway. So
you can't. I don't care what Xbox or Sony fans say about the game.
Yeah,
like it doesn't. They're all gonna be defensive towards their game, no matter what game it is. I was defensive towards Sunset Overdrive. A lot of people didn't like it.
Yeah.
A lot of people did. You know, people are gonna be defensive no matter what. But I don't know. I don't even know who you can trust in exclusives anymore. You know.
Yeah, they're both pretty. They both have bad track records. But what do you think? Do you think that this guy changed the sales, did he actually affect sales of this game, or is it all just like?
I want to say no, because as much as there's so many people that do know about it, but there's so many people that don't and just go buy games. Like, you know, we obviously know about it, and a lot of people are reading Reddit. A lot of people voice their opinion on it, but there's so many people that just buy games. They're not looking up on stuff. They're just like, I want to play games. If it's a game, I'm gonna buy it. You know.
Yeah, because you know what? When I was a kid, like probably when I was like 13, 14, up to that point, I never looked at reviews or anything. Like I literally.
Did you ever look at a movie review? I didn't start looking at movie reviews until I was in high school.
Yeah, I mean, me too. Yeah, exactly. But I think there's people who are fucking 23 and still don't look at reviews.
I want to say there's some people that just don't care.
Yeah, exactly.
There's a lot of people that like just don't want, like, why go? They rather themselves, like, they don't have the time or don't care about the time to go look up. Like, oh, is this game gonna be good?
Yeah. Yeah, because I used to just go to GameStop and like look at the back of the box.
Just give me a good box and you sold me the game back then.
Yeah, just be like, oh look, it's about blah 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 blah. You're like, oh, that looks sick. Like,
and you played it's the worst game ever. Yeah. But at least you experienced it.
Yeah, I know the bad experience that was Road to Hell.
Everyone looked that up.
yeah.
Everyone looked that up.
That's an interesting question, though. I wonder. I mean, I guess everybody wants to feel so self-important. Like if everybody's on fucking NeoGAF or some shit. Like I don't like maybe like 3 people are on NeoGAF. I think it's like 4 people on NeoGAF.
There's a lot of people, but it's like such a small. I mean, I'm sure. I mean, I don't know the numbers, but to myself, I don't think it's as big as the actual. Yeah. Population or not population. What is the word?
Gaming, like the actual gaming community.
Fuck, I can't think of the word. What is it? The target audience, or whatever, or I fucking can't think of the word. But yeah, your population pretty much that are gonna buy the game. I'm sure like it's like 1%. Yeah. You know, which is still could be a large amount, but just not that much.
I guess last thing on this subject is I'm gonna throw out a percentage. I'm gonna say 10%.
10%, like
I'm gonna say 10% of gamers actually look up reviews, follow IGN, follow GameStop, follow NeoGAF, follow Kotaku, and all.
Do these 10% for sure follow? Like, so these 10% aren't gonna buy the order? Do you think?
No, they're no.
So it's just crazy because like, so let's just say 100,000 people are in your percentage. Yeah. That means 10,000 people follow it, and let's say 5%, like half of that, only like
50%. You mean?
Well, yeah, yeah. So 50% of those 10.
Okay, so 5%.
Yeah. So sorry. Yeah. So 50%, which is 5, are not gonna buy it because they're gonna listen to the review. Yeah. That's only 5,000 people that didn't buy the game. Yeah. You know.
Yeah, that's not a big. I don't know. I mean,
we don't know though. Like,
yeah, I wonder how. Like, what hurts them? Like, what is like? Oh God! Like,
what if it's only like the 10% that are actually buying games? For sure. Yeah. Like they're the ones that are buying games for sure. Or like there's like a 30% of people from that thing are buying games for sure. Because the numbers are crazy.
Yeah, I think the gaming websites and stuff are just really self-important, where they're just like, oh, what we say is is what changes everybody's mind. But probably not, dude. Yeah, you're right. I don't.
I think PewDiePie has a bigger impact than most gaming sites.
Yeah, no. Oh yeah, of course. Yeah, if he plays the game, then people will fucking play it too. I just think people like complaining about things. It's fun.
That's why the internet's there.
Yeah,
for us to complain behind a computer.
Yeah, so nobody can judge us.
They can judge us, but it doesn't affect us because it's so much different being judged in, like, when someone's in the room judging you can't do anything. Yeah, but it's on the computer. They can be judging me right now. It doesn't matter. Like,
yeah, or you can't do something in real life depending on how. Yeah. But we'll see how the order sells. I still think they'll sell pretty well, and I mean, people were really excited about the game in general. But honestly, I don't think it's worth $60. My honest opinion, it's worth like $30. Good story.
I'm curious. Sorry, just how wasn't like Shadow of Mordor a little bit less than regular games, or was it a full $60?
No, it was a full $60.
Okay, they just recently because I went the other when it had recently come out, and it was already like. I saw it for like $50, brand new, so I was just like, seemed too soon. But I was just curious if that's what.
No, it had a lot of sales, and then I mean, Yeah, I mean, not that you're relating it to it, but yeah definitely Shadow Mordor had like a ton of replayability. Okay. And it was longer.
Yeah, okay.
And better. So, next topic. Aquaman.
We talked about Marvel last week.
Yeah. Now we got some news on Aquaman.
We see him, apparently.
We're seeing a picture of Aquaman, and he looks fucking weird.
He looks like a beast, but I don't know. I mean, I guess we're so used to, the short-haired, white. I mean, not white, but like just like the short-haired.
The short-haired blonde guy, white, blonde, the short white.
From what was it? What was the game? Fuck, can't remember the game right now. It was NetherRealms. Injustice. There we go.
Yeah.
Like that's just the look. I know we've seen like a couple of like with him like in the cartoon. He had the big hair and the hook, but we always see him short hair.
Yeah, I mean that's how when I picture Aquaman, I picture orange and green suits.
There you go, yeah.
Whether it's darker or bright, whatever.
With different little accents on it.
Yeah, and blonde hair, like all-American white guy type thing. Not that, I mean, I like that they switch it up. That's fine. The actor, so here, the story is Zack Snyder, who's directing Batman vs. Superman. And I guess he's going to do... I don't know.
I don't know if he's doing anything else after that.
Yeah, but anyways, he's doing that, and then so we already know that there's going to be a Justice League movie, and he tweeted out a picture of what Aquaman is going to look like because he's going to be introduced in the new Batman vs. Superman, and he tweeted in there, Unite the Seven, which people don't know what it means, but it either could mean...
just off rip, 7 Seas. That's what you should almost automatically think.
Water, aqua.
Yeah.
7
But
Seas.
there's also the 7 original members.
Yeah, 7 original members of the Justice League, which is Wonder Woman, Green Lantern, Flash, Superman, Aquaman, Batman, and Martian Manhunter. So I would probably, it doesn't matter. It probably relates to that, I would think. So he said he tweeted out a picture, and it's the actor Jason Momoa. He's in the Game of Thrones.
He's in Game of Thrones. I know he was like in another couple of movies.
But he was actually Conan the Barbarian.
Oh, he was. You're right.
So he's like a fucking ripped dude. Like he is a beast. He is a beast. So I don't dislike him as Aquaman, but the picture is like. He has a bunch of tattoos. He kind of looks like Conan the Barbarian.
He looks like Khal Drogo, honestly. Like, they took Conan's hair. Well, actually, he's both characters, so he looks the same. But yeah, I don't like I don't mind the tattoos, but I don't know. It just doesn't... I don't know. It didn't work for me for Aquaman. Yeah. Because he's supposed to be... He's royalty, right? Yeah. I don't know. Maybe that's royalty in Atlantis, but I don't know. It just looked weird. But it's also that whole thing. That's not what we're used to.
Yeah, I think maybe when you watch the movie, we'll feel differently.
I mean, it's even now, like, we said it looks weird, but it doesn't matter to us. I mean,
Yeah.
Like, I don't like that he's basically, like... Well, maybe that's just his war gear. Who knows? I don't know. But it just seems like he's just standing there, like,
It just seemed off. He just like it's just the whole
cool.
The tattoo thing is just give him the suit, like, please. I don't know. I mean, all these things to me are always wrong anyway. Like when they announced Heath Ledger was gonna be Joker, I was like, everybody was like, oh God, they ruined Joker. Jesus, they ruined Joker. Every time they announce any, it's always like Ben Affleck. Oh God, like. So
not again.
They're like, you're ruining the series. So I don't give a shit until we watch the movie. I'll judge. But just based off this picture, he looks weird.
I do like the look, though. To be honest, I do like. I felt that they went with too many tattoos. Maybe I don't know.
Yeah.
But I definitely did like the overall look.
And it definitely reaffirms that kind of darker tone that Superman had, that Man of Steel had. Yeah. What were you gonna say? No,
I was just gonna say because Aquaman's always kind of like not looked down on, but he's always like the joke of the Justice League at times. Like people make fun of him because he doesn't look that like he just doesn't seem that intimidating.
Yeah.
And a lot of times, which he is, but this guy is like, okay, I'm just gonna my bad. I'll be Aquaman this year. Like,
you guys aren't afraid of water, bro.
No one's afraid of water, apparently.
He controls the 7 Seas.
There's that joke in what was it, Family Guy, where he's like, someone's getting a woman's getting attacked on the beach and he can't help her because he's in the water. It's like that's not. I mean, that's the joke everyone makes, but dude, like
he can come out the water.
He can come out the water.
He can bring the water with
beast.
him. Yeah,
he's a beast, and this just kind of like reaffirms like, I can do shit. You know, I'm not limited.
Because he does look fucking. He's gonna destroy things, and just the part of the announcement too was that he's gonna be in that. Then he's gonna be in the Justice League movie, and then he's gonna have his own movie after that.
A solo movie, right? That was
so definitely we see a future coming for this Aquaman. But
I haven't seen Conan, so I don't know how he does holding his own. Yeah, but that's gonna be interesting to see.
Yeah, well, he'll get a lot of training, I guess.
Yeah, that's true.
With these two upcoming movies, but we'll see. All right, so Twitch has been growing exponentially.
We always talk. Twitch is just crazy. It's like YouTube when YouTube was like.
Yeah, there's just like every day you hear something like, oh, they made $1 trillion. Yeah, they just keep growing and growing and growing, and now they're actually gonna have their first TwitchCon. And my question was, I was like, what the fuck do they do at conventions? Like, I don't like. Is it just like fan service? Like,
pretty much. I mean, it is. I've gone to the anime convention twice.
Nerd alert.
I've gone twice, and it's just like, I mean, a lot of it, you know, for at least for the anime and even stuff like Comic-Con, a lot of like there's cosplaying, and that's why people go. Like they're cosplaying themselves. Like they want to cosplay, and then other people are just like. I remember I went to the anime convention. There was a legit Big Daddy from fucking BioShock with a little sister. Yeah, that was the greatest thing I've ever seen in my life. Yeah. Then I saw fucking at that same. Like the same hallway, I saw the gay Mario Brothers, you know. So it's just, that's what I like. It was just guys in suspenders with hats. I was just like, okay, yeah. So it's just these people are just going there like just to have fun. Yeah, but
I can see that.
Yeah, but like I said, this is an anime convention, and Comic-Con is it's a comic book and there's stuff like that. I don't know what a Twitch convention would be like. I'm curious what like a YouTube convention is because I'm assuming it's a lot of panels. You know, where you ask questions or just talk, or the YouTubers talk. Stuff like Comic-Con has like announces, like they announce things. I'm just like, what would the Twitch do? Are they gonna go the same route as like maybe kind of like just have?
I guess the panels is the best thing to go. Mm-hmm. Have meet and greets with like your favorite Twitchers, I guess you would call it. But I just think it'd be funny, like. You know, usually, like you said, they have announcements at Comic-Con. Like, what can they announce for Twitch? Like, it's like, oh,
what if like Riot is there? League of Legends.
See, that'd be cool because they're such a big part. of the Twitch community.
Like, they could definitely be there. I mean, I'm sure. I mean, I don't know the guest list, but I'm sure they could be there.
See, and they could also announce cool things. Now that you mentioned it too, because for example, I don't know if they did this yet. But there was talks. No, I'm pretty sure they haven't. But I've heard as recently as like 3 months ago, I saw reports where they wanted to add Twitch functionality to the PS Vita and to the Nintendo DS.
I don't know if I would like that though. Like if they like kind of like a. Well, I guess that'd be the place to do it, but kind of like a.
I mean, that'd be the place to announce it, whether you like it or not. That's the place to announce it.
Where would they announce that though? Like, they have a main hall, or like they're about to start. Like, I'm just so curious what they're gonna do.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, but. To me, it's just another signal yet again that live streaming is the wave of the future. And when you're big enough to have a convention where you know people are gonna fucking show up, like you're getting pretty
you're
big.
Gonna get your money.
So grind on, Twitchers, grind on. So Mortal Kombat and a lot of fighting games do this where they super sexualize the women. Mm-hmm. I think the worst out of all of them, and actually it just came out last week. Like the Ultimate Edition was Dead or Alive 5.
Who play like that's what you buy it for.
Yeah, like I was like, wait a minute, Dead or Alive has fighting in it? Like I thought we were just looking at the girls bouncing
Wasn't
around.
there like Dead or Alive volleyball?
Yeah, there is. Like a shameless fucking
that I never bought.
No, I never played it. Yeah, it's all the Dead or Alive girl characters in bikinis playing volleyball. That's the volleyball game. But anyways, Mortal Kombat X. And I think the reason I think it's relevant, it caught my eye, was because all this Gamergate stuff that's been going on the past year about women in gaming, and well, it was also about game journalism, but it was also about women in gaming and how they're presented and how misogyny and all this stuff. Right. So the weird thing is now, so Mortal Kombat X, they kind of decided to desexualize the girls. They said that they're gonna have more proportion features.
Makes sense.
Yeah, so like instead of being like super huge boobs and big ass, they're gonna be kind of just like a normal.
Yeah, I also saw for characters, I think it was Katana, or I forgot her name.
Katana. Yeah,
Katana. They like gave her a skirt more to cover up, because I remember she used to have like kind of like a bikini thing.
Yeah, her like and just like a dang, like her and Melina.
There you go.
And Jade. Well, Jade's not gonna be in this one, but yeah, Melina, Jade, they are like basically the same body model with different faces. And yeah, they actually showed a picture of Katana, and she has, her boobs are smaller, her ass is smaller. I don't know if people like this, or
I don't know. I kind of obviously people like it, I like it, but it's just kind of weird when you're playing like the story mode, and it's just like, why do you have so little clothes? Like, I love it, don't get me wrong, but like, doesn't make any sense to me why you have no clothes for such big breasts. Like.
Like, isn't that more breasts to stab? Like, no, I don't understand. I don't know. Like, I don't go to games to see hot girls, if they're hot.
There's the internet, honestly.
Yeah, go watch porn. Like, you know, honestly.
But so it's one of those things like they are desexualizing them, but they're still sexy.
They're still sexy, still beautiful.
You know, so
yeah, I guess I guess desexualized is the right word, because they when they do have like big boobs and stuff, they call it like over sexualization of women. I think it's a good step. I mean, I'm not gonna. Oh no, I'm not gonna play it now. Fuck.
It's not like this is Dead or Alive, where like, you know, if you're buying Dead or Alive, you know why you're buying it.
Oh yeah.
If they desexualize the characters there, oh my god, why would you ever do that? Yeah. Okay, that's understandable. Yeah. But for Mortal Kombat, like, it's such an established franchise. I don't think it really matters. Yeah, and to me, it doesn't matter at all.
No, and it's not like you were in the first couple of games. You're like, oh, look at those huge boobs. Like, it wasn't
the first couple of games. The ones where like it was actual people.
Yeah, it was like actual human like actors doing the. Yeah, like I don't think it's a huge deal, and I hope people don't react to it with the whole Gamergate shit. Like,
what's it called? Killer Instinct, also their character Orchid. Yeah. In the game, we used to flash her boo. She was very sexual. Yeah. In the older game, she's not so much in the new one either, which was pretty cool.
Yeah, I mean, you don't need that stuff, dude. Like, if you're gonna throw in a sex scene or something, like, you know, you don't need to have like triple D, like D cups, like
fighting all the time,
37D or whatever, 36D. What's it called? But. Because another one that I thought of too was just about sexualization was when they gave Samus the heels.
They not only that, they gave her the summer outfit.
Yeah,
she's in her short shorts.
She's like short shorts and like just a little tank top type thing, and she looks sexy. I mean, she's Samus. She's pretty. I don't know.
She had a skin tight suit before.
Like. Yeah. I mean, like, but I don't care if she's as Metroid suit or Zero suit, you know, like whatever. Who cares? Like, can she fight well? Yes, like, you know what I mean. Yeah, I don't think it's a big deal. And I saw in the comments a couple like, oh, of course they changed it. All this Gamergate, like, who cares? Like, really, guys.
Well, like, I don't even think it. Like, I think that's just kind of like the thing people are trying to move towards. It's not necessarily Gamergate. Yeah. Things are just trying to move towards that. You know. Towards not desexualizing women, but like just giving them like a different image, you know, not so much like how it was before, where like everything was just like out there for
them. Just like an object of fucking
right.
An object to admire. Actual human beings, like, apparently, you know. But of course, like you said, if they do have skimpy outfits, good. Like, I don't care. You have good. Like,
I wonder if that's in if that's like. I wouldn't see anyone not buying the game because of that at all.
Yeah, like I don't care either way. If they do it, fine, that's good. If they don't, I'm still.
I can play the game now when I'm fighting those characters.
Yeah, like I can still play the game. Shit, now my hitbox is smaller. Thank you. All right, last story. So I think 2 weeks ago we talked about Rock Band, or it was a couple of weeks ago we talked about Rock Band.
Yeah, Harmonix, the survey.
Yeah, so they put out a survey we talked about, and they were saying like, oh, you know, they sneaky put in there like if you would like to play. Would you buy a rock band?
All I heard was would you buy harmonics?
Yeah.
Would you buy yes?
Yes. So would you buy a rock band who released it for next gen? And people were like, yeah, I guess. So recently, Bloomberg Business, which is like a credible source.
Okay.
They talked to Harmonix, or they talked to somebody.
So they don't know who they talked to, right?
Yeah, no, they talked to somebody who wishes to remain anonymous. That said the game is on. That they're making the game for next gen.
Okay.
Or current gen, whatever you want to call it.
It's the next gen.
So let's go. Of course, they call Harmonix and to confirm that it's true. And of course, Harmonix neither confirms nor denies it.
What do you mean they confirm?
So that's a confirmation, guy. To me, that's a confirmation.
A lot of times, yeah.
Yeah, but what they did say, here's further confirmation. What they did say is that, you know, a lot of people still play Rock Band actively. Hundreds of thousands of players, unique players, still play a Rock Band actively every month. Okay, and like I can imagine if you're the person calling and you're just like, okay, like, so are you making it or not?
Yeah, can you just?
Yeah,
I'm not saying anything else except people still play our game.
Okay, bye. Like, he's like, okay, what the fuck? It's confirmed.
Yeah, so
yeah. Are you excited? Rock Band? Now, what do they gotta change, dude? It doesn't matter.
No, wait. The thing I'm gonna have to spend $500 on Rock Band.
You think they're gonna make like one of those, like they're gonna add like 2 new instruments?
Not even that. I have to buy all the instruments all over again.
Yeah.
Like, because I'm sure the old instruments aren't gonna.
Yeah, very true.
Because nothing from Xbox 360 is compatible, I think.
But that might not be. I don't know. Yeah, you're right. I mean,
I'm just thinking, like, I'm just imagining myself. How much am I gonna be spending on Rock Band?
So you're spending it regardless.
Hopefully, I want to say yes, but I watch it be like $200 I'm like, ugh, okay.
Yeah.
Do I want to spend $200?
Yeah.
Who am I gonna play with? I have like everyone has a job now.
Yeah.
This would have been awesome in high school, but everyone has a job now.
Yeah, nobody wants to play this shit.
No, I'm not gonna play. So should I buy it for my brother and sister? Like, so they can invite their friends.
I know. Well, the cool thing is that it's been 5 years since they released it, so there's kind of a whole new generation of songs.
That is true.
I mean, they've been releasing DLC though, but not a lot.
Unfortunately, most of the people I know that I used to play with don't play it anymore.
Yeah. And
I never owned it because I didn't own the 360 or anything when it came out, so unfortunately didn't own it, so I don't still have the stuff. But yeah. I'm sure they still have. I mean, it's easy. Just fucking some, like, what is it? Just Dance and Dance Central, all those games. Like, I wonder how much it cost them to buy a song to sell. Yeah, just license the fucking song, make the little track to it. The game's already built. All you gotta do is put it in there, you know? Mm-hmm. So I don't know what I know they're gonna have to do something new in order. I mean, people are gonna buy it regardless, but they're gonna add new shit to it, you know? I just hope they don't go overboard. But they should be fine. All of them were good. And I know the last one they added a keyboard, which was cool. So you're actually playing the keyboards and almost actually playing the drums. Exactly. Like the only thing they need to change is the guitar. Like, so I wonder if they're gonna get together with Rocksmith and make maybe that'd be cool. That'd be cool if they had kind of like a separate, like, have the casual version. You can buy the pro kit. That would be awesome. Yeah, have like the fucking expert version of that shit. Yeah, that'd be amazing. Cause then you can have just me playing on the fake guitar and you playing on the real guitar, you know. And then you're like, you know what? I'm gonna spend this next week learning how to play the guitar on Rock Band for real. Yeah. And you give up, but at least you try to learn the guitar. Dude, you can really learn that shit off Rocksmith too. Yeah, no, that's what I'm saying. Like, it would be amazing if they could combine and make more instruments. Yeah. So that you can actually kind of like, cause that was an interesting thing about the drums. Like, I wish you kind of like had maybe like a, not tutorial. Well, I guess it would be called tutorial, but like basically like a class you could take on Rock Band to because that shit was hard. It is hard. No, that's what I'm saying too. Because with the drums, you basically learn how to play the drums. Like, you had a drum set, you had a basic drum set. You know what I mean? Like, what else is in the drum set? You had your cymbals, your bass. Right. Your snares, and boom, you're in there. You're learning the motions at least. Yeah, like for the most part, obviously some people have more complicated drum sets, but that's like your basic drum set. Like, if you could learn how to play a song on there, I bet you if you went into if you learn how to play it on expert
and then you did the same motions on a real drum set, it would sound like the fucking real song. I would bet money.
You would bet money?
I would bet money.
I mean, I know they were pretty. They really were. What is it? They worked a lot on it.
Yeah.
I don't know how much it would sound because it's always like, I don't know. Maybe, I'm sure it would.
On Expert.
On Expert.
Once again, on Expert, not on fucking Easy.
Right. Yeah.
On Easy, it'd be like.
I'll go with you on that then. I'll say yeah. I can see it.
Guaranteed. All right, Rock Band is confirmed. Sort of, kind of.
For next gen.
Not really. No,
not at all. Actually,
but we can hope. We can hope. Yeah. Well, thanks for joining us.
We're getting the band back together. That's for sure.
Yeah, I know, right? Call all the old friends up.
We need to buy the 360 version if it doesn't come out for next gen.
Yeah. Or you can use your old instruments. Let's go.
No.
Shit. All right, guys. Thanks for joining us this week on Nerds with Glasses. We'll be back next week,
guys.
I'm Knowledge.
Javi. Peace out, guys.